Welcome to, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the After That Talk Show. Ben, I clap now.
Voila.
You're
Why you
welcome.
say
You're
after
welcome.
dark now? It's still dark.
I'm
It's
clapping
dark.
already now.
Darkness
No.
has just started.
It's just starting. It's just starting. Welcome, one and all to the talk show that is educational and talk and focuses on sex. My name is KJ Shags, but you guys call me Rev of the After Dark Ministries. This show is brought to you courtesy of After Dark Ministries and T Solid Radio and TV Studios. In the house tonight, I have amazing people, but just before I have them introduce themselves, I want you to know that this is this is a Pan African talk show focused on sex education. So we talk everything sex and we are no holds barred. We know the hear word, we know the close mouth. We say everything as it is. You will if you we will shock your sensibilities, but we will also shock you with some
will shock
education and we will question. It's a lot of fun. So join us. Number one, my co-host is in the building all the way from Liberia.
Tiana Nalika the shield.
The shield.
And he's sharing my mic.
Yeah, pleasure to share your mic. And okay, that sounds so now.
Pun intended.
Oh, come on, man. Well, my name is Victor Makefa. Thank you very much for joining us on the After That.
We don't hear you. We don't hear the voice. So yeah, shall finish introduction.
What am I supposed to say again?
Talk now.
We know.
Finish.
I'm talking. Okay, finish.
Oh, wow.
Talk.
Okay. I think I'll just pass. I'll pass the baton mic. I'm sorry, my mind is just too, But then I'll pass it over to you.
It's a mic for me.
Yes, the mic is now yours. Hold it.
All right, guys. Good evening. My name is Oyelololawale, KU to the SH Kush,
Okay.
your number one radio governor.
Oh yeah, now.
Madam.
Nice to meet. My name is Rooney Ahmed. Your number one shoemaker
Oh,
in
yeah.
Ibadan.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh
She's
yeah.
playing.
Nice. Thank you guys for having us. So this is our second edition. Last week was interesting because
Yeah.
No, but last week we didn't have a lot of time to talk about. We didn't go in depth, so I hope this week we are able to really.
Was that because
Go
the size
in
didn't really matter?
No, we came late. No, it did. But
Oh, are you saying
uh,
size
because
mattered
of
last
time-
week?
Does size matter?
Oh boy, this is not the topic right now. So let's go to our topic for this week.
All right.
Today.
Well, so let's do a quick recap of last week.
Mhm.
Quick recap of last week. So if you listened in last week, you know we talked about size mattering or not, and size generally. When people say does size matter, people always think to refer to the male organ, the penis,
Yeah,
right?
because it really is.
Right?
Yeah, you
But
guys are just trying to make it broad, but we all know.
but I mean for guys too, size matters. I mean when you're talking about the breast and the bum bum, you know, and the whole body, you know, you know how it goes, you know.
I does not understand.
So let's do a quick poll, quick recap. Let's start from. We'll come back to Sian. Makefa,
Okay.
size to you for a woman, the packaging and everything. Does size matter?
Does size matter? Well, I think not. Because of my experience, basically.
Oh shit.
Talking from experience.
Yeah, actually, I think women prefer if you know your way around.
No,
rather than
you.
just
The size of the woman matter.
the size of the woman.
Woman's
What parts of
Structure
that's the question.
or
what part
woman.
Why are we taking time from our today's topic?
No, let's just
to talk about
recap.
something we
Let's
don't
recap.
do?
recap because the
We have to
recap is
No, like, I feel we should talk about today's.
Just
We'll
go
talk. We'll
straight to
get
the
there.
point.
Yeah,
Don't
there's
worry,
a whole lot
don't
for us
worry.
to discuss
Don't worry.
about.
maybe because some members missed.
Yes, people may. So let's catch up. Let's do a quick catch up and then
Okay,
we'll move
for
on.
me-
We'll move on.
For me, size does not matter.
The
Because-
breast size, the bum bum size.
Well, actually, I'm the kind of person who actually most times I prefer them small and cute.
Oh, okay.
Just like that.
So if you just plenty like this, you're just confused.
No, not confused. I used to play with that sometimes.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, it's in the past now. But you know, before I get my head chopped off.
I have no
I,
idea.
I,
I mean,
I feel that small,
Mm.
small is relative, yeah,
okay.
and that can be size too.
Okay.
So tell us, small. How small can it be?
Ah, um, okay, how do I describe small? But you know, when I say cute and small, you know those small, beautiful cuties,
Okay.
the type that they tap titties, not
Like
breasts.
orange.
What did you call
This is the same.
Tete? You call them
It's just a
Tete.
nomenclature. Please.
Tete. You call them
No,
Tete
no,
from
you know,
Liberia. That's it. Tete. Tete.
No, KJ, I don't want Ballon d'Or.
Oh.
Like, I just want those small tennis balls.
When
Okay.
I can fit in your hands, is that what you're trying to say?
What fits my hands, play around.
Yeah.
You know, I
We
love
got
to
you.
walk very well.
We got you. Let's move to
KJ is
coach.
Olympic size.
Well, look at my size. Well, we have to balance this. Coach, does size matter?
For
Quickly.
me, yeah, size. It does, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It does, but not. I like the moderate. You know, I said size is relative. Small is relative, yeah. So for me, it must not be too big or too. I'm very conservative, so I like to be modest, a lot.
Modesty is the key to life.
But not too small.
Okay.
At
Not like
least.
tennis balls like you.
Something the eyes can behold.
Wow. Hey, he off me.
Choice and preference.
Please go ahead.
Before she see, if you don't talk, she will change topic, and you don't want her to change topic this night.
We're not doing
Is
that
that
thing
about
yet.
the flash shoes? Okay, sorry.
Okay, Aronia made it. Size, penis, does it matter for you?
Size. It really matters.
Oh wow.
I don't like it
Yeah,
too big. Just maybe medium.
I swear,
Wait, is she telling me?
Like, it's not big, it's not small,
Is she
it's
telling
in
me she
the
doesn't like
middle.
dirt?
No,
You don't
but
like-
it
which
needs
one?
all that.
Wait, let her
Too
finish,
much
let her
of
finish. Oh,
everything.
yeah.
No, I understand myself.
No understand, don't understand your sister. Let your sister talk on her own. Oh yeah, sister talk. Explain, shalaye. Yeah, no, we don't understand. Do you understand
So
that? No.
medium.
Medium.
I need to get it.
Is this like medium? I mean, we need to understand.
Yes, medium.
Mm,
Not too big, not too long, not too fat.
okay.
Okay. You know, shawarma, there is extra large shawarma.
That comes with two penny. Sorry, two sausage.
Two sausage.
Okay, guys,
And there is
let's
a
move
medium
on.
size.
Yes.
So your own medium must it come with sausage or sausage
Every woman
less?
knows what we call medium.
No.
Might not
But the guys
understand.
don't know.
Yeah, we know.
The guys
But you
don't
don't
know.
need to know
We
everything.
need to know.
to
That's why
know.
we are here.
No,
Wait,
it's not.
are we talking about measurements here?
No, it's not measurement. It's why it's not big. Something that you don't justify as big, you don't justify as small.
Small.
But some people
That's
justify it
medium.
as
No.
What's big in Nigeria?
There's in Liberia we call it Woody Zema.
Hey,
Okay, what is it, man?
Wait. That would be a big wood.
Exactly.
Mm,
There's
Wood.
There's
Zema
Woody
is the big.
Zema
Okay.
and there's Teeny Weeny.
Mm.
I think that's self-explanatory.
Yes.
Yes.
So and there's just the normal. Like so that's what she's talking about.
So are you saying those with the big penis is not normal?
No,
It's
everything is
normal.
normal. Like no, the human body comes in different shapes, sizes, and forms.
Yeah.
So it will be wrong for me to say that it's not normal. Everything is normal. Even
Okay.
like the breast, the bum bum, we all come differently.
Yeah.
So it just matters what a person prefers. Me, I want to have many kids. I don't want nobody to shift my womb. I don't want pee doing sex, so I prefer to have something I can handle.
Mm.
I want to have something that I can handle, that I can move around and do all my things.
Okay,
and
so-
have
so-
fun.
All right. So
Yeah,
right about now, we'll go.
I want to move
We'll
around.
go for-
KJ. So, Sena,
Uh-huh.
now if you now find yourself, with a man with the big,
I will,
size.
like I don't have to take it.
You will run away.
I don't have to run.
All right,
Like,
now
I
we'll go
don't
for-
have sex.
we'll
I
go
want
for
to
a
change
quick
my mind anytime.
Sienna, we'll go for a quick musical break. When we come back, we'll introduce the topic for the day and then we'll start talking about it. Stay tuned. This is still the After Dark Talk Show, Africa's sex ed show with After Dark Ministries. Be right back.
Switching up the topic, flying to the tropics. Said you wanted bands, what I do, I copped it. If heading through a concert, we be in the mouse put imaginary lines, we crossed it. Fuck with the mob. No matter how much we fight, can't let go of you. Got this hold on me, got this hold on you. Ain't nobody better for you, yeah, you know it's true. Girl, you know it's me, just like I know it's you.
For the crazy runs, the tactics, the goals, the insights, the analysis,
He has been in England before. I expect him to do better when it comes to area prowess.
the substitution, the drama. Join Solid Sports.
Mondays to Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Log on to T Solid TV and get the solid updates in the world of sports.
Welcome to the Crosby Show, Canada.
Hold on, brother, I make her looking for your sister. Baby, oh, yeah, oh, oh. Baby, oh, yeah, oh, oh.
Oh no, say, me I like your fine face, so with this your low waist, oh. Me I want to locate, oh. We feel relocate, oh, yeah. Me I no go downgrade, oh. Cause you get the high grade, so your life is straight to be like bone straight, oh, yeah. Oh no, no, no.
I fit to migrate for your love. Jaguda go dirty for your love. Baby, I can be dirty for your love. Baby, baby. I fit to migrate for your love. Jaguda go dirty for your love. Baby, I can be dirty for your love. Oh, yeah, baby.
One in a billion.
Oh, one in a billy. Me and no never know, dolly, dolly.
I mean, just want to say that I'm sorry, sorry, I'm sorry, sorry. One in a million.
You be my daddy, my killie. Me and no never know, dolly, dolly.
I mean, just want to say that I'm
sorry, sorry, I'm sorry, sorry,
Mala uyena kuno makalaye una makaye una.
Hold on, brother, I make her looking for your sister. Baby, oh, yeah, oh, oh. Baby, oh, yeah, oh, oh. Ichoko. You like my fire. You they cause commotion, they cause it drama, yeah. But you know like what I like. You know what I like. You like my fire. You they cause commotion, they cause it drama, yeah. But you know like what I like. You know what I like. I go crazy for your love. Jaguda go dirty for your love. Baby, I can be dirty for your love. Baby, baby. I fit to crazy for your love. Jaguda go dirty for your love. Baby, I can be dirty for your love. Oh, yeah, baby, baby.
One in a million.
Oh, one in a billy. Me and no never know, dolly, dolly.
I mean, just want to say that I'm sorry, sorry, I'm sorry, sorry. One in a million.
You be my daddy, my killie. Me and no never know, dolly, dolly.
I mean, just want to say that I'm sorry, sorry, I'm sorry, sorry. Mala uyena kuno makalaye una makaye una.
Hold on, brother, I make her looking for your sister. Baby, oh, yeah, oh, oh. Baby, oh, yeah, oh, oh. Ichoko.
You're welcome back. That was Anyon Fair singing Migrate. We also had Russ. Can't Let Go. You're welcome back to After That Talk Show with Sienna Nalika, The Shield, and the Amazing Gang featuring DJ Makifa, Kush, and Ronia made it. So yeah, now right. Straight to the topic of the day. We're supposed to have a game, but we'll do game before we go. If we have the time. Topic of the day. What's the topic of the day? Sienna, you want to help us? You don't want to help us.
Yeah, you on your own with that topic.
Why nah? Hip.
What was the topic again?
All right. So last week we talked about the size matter, right? So this week the question is very simple.
Okay.
Who should ask for
Initiate.
or initiate sex? The man or the woman? Who should ask for? That's one question. Or initiate. Ask for sex. Ask to knock. Ask to punch.
Or asked to be knocked.
Or ask to be knocked properly, Who should do the asking? One. That's question one. E. And who should initiate? 1B.
Wait, isn't it the same thing?
Oh, no, it's not. It's not the same.
Initiate. It's just another...
Ask is the vocal. Initiate is the action.
Wait, so when you touch somebody, is it not asking? Must you open your mouth and say, I want sex? Like, you can't see my hands. You can't even feel my hands.
That's not sex now. Is that sex?
Like, can't you feel my hands
Hey, you're
touching
touching
you
me.
places?
Oh,
like,
okay.
you
Yeah, it
know,
depends.
like,
It depends. It depends.
must
So,
I ask?
oh yeah. So let's have people talk about it, right? Who wants to go first? I think Kush. I want Kush to go first.
I don't want to go.
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
No, it's okay. All right. First, let me go first. When
I
I
think you
when
ladies
I
first.
say when I say must I ask, I mean in the context of relationships, right?
Okay.
And not where you just
Sari Wagba. We call it Sari
you
Wagba.
and this girl, you just know, because consent is everything. So let me make that very clear.
Yeah.
Consent is everything. If you don't have consent, you are raping. So let me just make that clear
Facts
before we move
only.
on.
Fact only. So you were saying?
Yeah. So I was saying sex can be initiated by anybody.
Okay.
Like, if whoever wants sex should initiate sex. There's no standard or there's no rule book that says somebody should initiate. If I want sex, I want sex. Like, what's wrong with that? If you somewhere say, hey, I'm born here, I want to school, like, come over. Or if you living with somebody you married and you want sex, you tell your partner there should not be like a rule book, or there isn't a rule book that says a woman should not initiate sex, because especially in our African context, you will find a lot of women are shy about their sexuality because our parents mostly didn't make us feel that our sexuality is a thing we should be proud of, and that's something that we have a long way to go when it comes to that. Women don't even, like, a lot of women know that yes, you're supposed to have sex, but it's just about giving sex to your man as the
Giving.
Bible says. It's like your job, like your part in the marriage, but it's not about her pleasure. So I think more women need to understand that sex is about both parties. It's about my pleasure and your pleasure. So both of us are supposed to enjoy it. So if I want sex, I can ask, or I can initiate whatever way I feel comfortable doing. And if he wants it, he can ask and initiate whichever way works. So that's how I see it.
Well, for me, I think it's basic. It's just straight up the honest person. Just go.
Honest person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you are honey, just talk about it. If you're not going to get it at that point, then okay, I understand that. But it's not like I would not be keeping it to myself and I'm confused. The other partner is confused about am I reading wrong? Is she asking for sex, or is she's trying to get money? There are differences.
Yes.
And basically most of these girls use the same tact, for both. Sometimes when they start calling you dear, honey, you feel it's money. I don't have money in my account now. Come back later. But
When we say now pennies you want?
we can deposit that
freely were you giving?
I mean, come on. So it's just, but this culture thing. I think it's kind of when we keep looking back at this society, it's almost like many people are hypocrites. You indulge in sex, you like it. So why shy away from talking about I want it with my partner? I mean, it's just basic something. It is me and you.
So yeah, see, I get that it's basic, it's and we are talking best case, normal case scenario here.
Okay.
For you, real life,
Yeah.
how it they be?
How you they be?
Yes, let's talk about that. Real life, what exactly? How is it? Real life. I mean, we are talking best case. We are talking best practices right now.
Yeah.
The only person should do the asking. Blah blah. I mean,
So how is the person supposed to initiate?
No. So really, right now, I mean, from your experience, yes.
How it has always been.
How has it been? Has it been you or the person or your partner
Well, for me, thing is, myself and
or
my
your
partner.
past partners? Let's not just confine
Okay,
to one.
okay now.
Yeah.
Previous partners most times was just me.
Okay.
Except there was one particular person that I dated, and I think she was an info. That kind of
That's
person.
amazing.
Good.
Think she was okay. So
So
I know you would
it
talk to
was-
them.
yeah. I know you would react to
Yeah.
that. But she was the first person who gave me that feeling of I don't even need to be the one to initiate.
So did you call her nympho because, or did you think she's a nympho because she asked for it?
No.
Or-
No.
So we'll get back to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll get back to that. But
Yeah.
I can't just put that judgment out there because I'm someone who has this feel about sex, so I can't just call you an info just like that just for calling's sake.
You will shall I? Don't worry, you explain.
But then about that, I think most times it's been me doing the asking, and sometimes with my partner, my present partner, I don't have to start talking about it. I know moves that I start making, and my partner is already like, no.
So you make the moves again. That's where I'm
But
going.
then sometimes the partner makes.
But I'm just saying you make. That's what I want to
Most
go.
times, yeah.
Most times the guy makes the moves. Okay, Kush.
Okay, for me, the reality is most time, like you said, the guys makes the move.
You as a guy.
Yeah, most time, because we can't do away with our culture.
What's your culture? Because me, I don't understand your culture.
KJ, hold on.
Yeah.
KJ, yeah, we can say okay, we are generation Z or X or W anything or the woke generation. But the point is, our culture is nobody came into this world with any proud knowledge of how things should be.
Yeah.
We all came with a blank template, but we met these things. We all understand that okay, if a lady comes out and says, okay, I want to have sex, even when you are dating the girl, you feel like there is this sentiment, there is this bias that you have that am I with the right girl? You understand? But the point is, there is nothing wrong. I'm not saying there is anything wrong with a lady asking for sex. But in this part of the world, I believe so that our culture has created, we had this culture of silence for the women. The women don't really, their communication is,
I like the word you used. I like that one.
their communication is the opposite. When they are saying no, it might, mean yes.
So second talking point is
And
no
there's a
meaning
thin
yes.
line. I'm going
back to
somewhere.
rape.
So, Senna said something about consent, which is very important. For me, my sexual orientation, yeah, if you are not willing, I don't get turned on. You understand? Like, there must be like a very mutual understanding that, okay, we want to do this thing so it can be enjoyed. And sometimes when I talk to people, I don't even understand the idea of rape. I feel that it's not ordinary. That is like is a disorder for me, because I believe so that for you to even enjoy sex, there must be like a mutual understanding. The person must be willing. Even when you are dating someone and they are not in the mood, then there is nothing. And you are only you really want to have sex, and the other person is not in the mood. It's better to just control your body and just let it be, because there must be it must be a win-win thing. So if I'm in a relationship with a lady, which okay, I had an experience. There's this girl when I was in the world.
Okay, Pastor.
When I was in the world, yeah, there was this lady that we met in an event and we got talking, and after conversation, I she actually showed that she's interested or she was interested. Then I did the asking out as expected, yeah. Then the day she was coming, the idea of okay, first time, go do anything, you postpone it for
Nigerian.
the idea.
Okay.
Is it Nigerian or it happens in Liberia too?
Finish.
The first visit, you don't want to.
1, 2.
Okay, maybe the next time. But she, from her own end, she told me before she even got to the house, she said, "See, this is my first visit to, and I want knock."
I say shock girl.
You get
This E for energy.
you get
How we go shock you? And I'm supposed to be.
and for real, and
I'm shy when you talk about sex. I'm always shy.
Okay, so don't worry. We'll come to you. We'll come to you.
And throughout our relationship, she was like that. She was consistent. If she wanted, she talked to you. What's up? Are you available?
I need to be properly knocked.
I give it to the gate man.
To the available. Okay, interesting topic. Ronia made it. All right, quickly. Who should ask? The male or the female?
Anyone can ask.
In your case?
In my own case, let me say my ex. He's the one. And whenever he asks, I respond.
Every time?
Anytime. Anytime.
What's the name of that network that is always available?
Okay,
that one.
Was there any time you wanted it?
No.
Wait.
Was there any time you wanted it and
you were shy?
Yes.
And you couldn't ask?
And I couldn't ask.
Why?
But he knows that I want this thing.
Why?
How
would you know?
So,
how do you know?
Is there a little road to Morocco?
As in...
Very well.
No, nobody knows
Seriously.
No. Wrong. How can you say...
You probably have a gesture that you know, there must be probably a sign language or how you react when you really want it that you don't communicate verbally.
Or something you do, whether it's wrapping the cream
extra slow. Or walking around naked.
Actually, this conversation, I hope people listening out there can actually understand something from this while we're talking about this, because those little things that we have touched on, they are actually things that help you understand your partner better. Those little details, the little moves that she makes, the things that you already start to get those signals and you feel like, I know what she's looking for in this moment. Not that I will not be confused. I hate being confused when we are trying to do something and then
you don't know what's happening.
Tell me now.
Okay, so now we're at this point, right? We are talking about your partner showing clues and cues and all of that. What beats verbal communication? Does cues beat verbal communication? Like you said, Kush, your ex, saying, "I want to knock." Are you confused? Are you worried that you may be raping her or she may not want it?
No, Kenny, you know, now that we're having this conversation, I didn't mince the word. I could remember clearly. That was the first girl that will come out straight to tell me that, okay, I'm coming to visit and I'm coming to knock.
Coming to come.
You get it. Coming, you get.
She wants to come and come. She cannot come and go and kill herself. She wants to come and come.
And if you're not going to be the overcomer,
you will not be. Deep. This brother is deep. The ministry is this service is getting there.
And I told my cousin, because I was with my cousin. I said, "Hey, what's up? Oh, this is new to me. You are in the business." And he was like, "Yeah, some ladies are like that."
Yeah.
But trust me, throughout our relationship, she was consistent. If she wants it, nothing like, "Are you home? Can I come?" No.
Hello, I want this thing.
No, wait. No, you know the one that beats it is I go soon they go.
Yeah, Nigerian girls.
Yeah.
And Nigerian boys, we don't understand this. That's why I said
sometimes some guys understand it, but they want to be careful because of that consent stuff.
Consent, yeah.
Because when she says that, you're not wondering, I know I've flirted, I know I've had some sex chats with this girl, but is it that she's trying to tell me that she's leaving basically, or she actually is thinking, let's just do this thing before I leave.
No, wait, make I just drop this. If girl tell me I go soon, they go. Honestly, no jokes. I will tell her, yeah, let me walk you.
Exactly.
Wallah. Honestly,
I swear.
me.
Which one is that now? Like, how is
I'm not joking. You want to believe? You that walk you? You want transport fare? Am I as in?
And some ladies
Like,
will tell
if
you
I tell somebody I will soon leave, I'm telling you that I will soon leave.
Yes, you are giving me an information.
some
You did not
ladies
say.
will even tell you before they even get to your house. Now I'm sounding too experienced, but then
No, it's cool.
I'll be like, Kush, all your experience. Sorry, this experience.
They'll be like, I'm coming to your house. I won't be staying long.
You get.
I won't be staying long.
But
you feel me?
No.
So that I won't be staying long.
So are you staying alone? Are you staying with friends?
Okay.
If you say you're staying with friends, yeah, I can come.
No, even if I don't want to have sex with you, I don't want you to be staying with me.
Yes!
I like privacy.
That doesn't change.
Yeah, I like privacy. It's not even about sex.
That question.
Yes,
No,
so okay.
me, I will ask.
Are you
Me, I
staying
will ask.
alone?
I like.
Ronnie Amedi, so
Yeah,
are you
that's-
saying that when a girl is asking a guy that if he stays alone, does that mean the girl wants to knock the guy?
No, it doesn't mean. But they are sometimes that.
Which times?
It can also be a cue.
Which queue?
No,
No,
it's not a queue.
which
No,
queue?
it's not a queue.
So
It's just the fact that you want to know whether that person
Exactly.
have that privacy. I don't want to leave my house.
You guys can have
For me,
private moments.
Yes.
so for me, it's either like this. I have my space. So if you have your friends that will be lurking around, I don't want that. So please come to my house.
You know, it's
Home game is always better than away game anyway. So if I will have to be uncomfortable, then please come to my house where I will feel comfortable.
You know,
That's just
this
it.
whole
It's
thing
just
changes our perspective on when we see a lady who comes visiting and she feels comfortable being private with us, or she sits on the bed, or she sits in a cozy way in our place.
All those things
some
we
people-
refer to as signed.
Yes.
No, it's not sign.
Yeah,
Like, it's just,
but
it's
some people
because
just feel like,
people-
okay, I'm here, I'm comfortable. Let me just be like this. That's
Yeah.
why I tell a lot of my friends, if someone is around you, no matter what she dresses in, do not touch until
Don't assume.
she's telling you that,
Mhm.
Alai, come and do, as commando who you be.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is,
Mhm.
the Western culture is different from the African culture.
So that's where the problem is.
The Western
Exactly.
culture.
Is it? So are you saying that our culture is right? To not hold on, wait. To not give a voice to the lady that wants to have sex and have her ask for it, and then have the guy confused, not knowing if she wants to or not, which might lead to delicate situations.
One thing I've never, maybe it's just my experience. But one thing I've never had to deal with or never had to encounter was dating somebody and wondering if that person would feel weird about me. Maybe because I'm too open with myself. I know who I am. I know exactly what I want. I know how I want my sex. I know the kind of man I want. I know me too much to worry about whether this person is going to see me like that. And maybe it's because of that I never encounter people that would be judgmental or a guy that would not have the common sense to understand that this girl, when I want it. You can be somewhere else. You can be with your friends. Oh, babe, come to me. And I'd be like, okay, babe, so I want to have sex. Leave your friends.
Yeah. Right?
Okay.
And if I don't say I want to have sex, I say, hey, babe, you should come to me. And then you be like, I can't come. And I'm like, oh. So the guy I'm dating right now, he told me, he said, so he said, babe, you don't know how it sweets me when you say, oh, come to me. I'm like, I'm just practicing. I'm just practicing that Naija thing because I don't know it.
Okay.
Don't do the
know how
Naija thing.
No, I don't know how to be like, literally beg you to come. I don't know that thing. It's just now that I'm, because of the culture thing, so I'm trying. So it's like, it's sweet. I'm trying to adapt a little bit, like put myself in a way where he will understand. And then he said, that thing sweets me. I'm like, I'm not used to that. If I tell you, oh boy, will you come? Okay, you don't want to come.
Have a nice life.
Story and
Yeah,
what
you
you
know.
wanna say?
So quickly, guys.
Which one are we baking here now?
So let's go for another musical break. But before then, you can join the conversation. The question is up on afterdarkministries.com, the website, the forum. You can answer questions anonymously on it. So go to afterdarkministries.com. No space, not just afterdarkministries.com. Answer the questions. You don't have to put your name, your location, just answer it anonymously, and then we'll read out your comments on the show. So this is AV Big Thug Boys. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, AV. If you get a woman, hold on tight, oh. Me and my guys, we take for bike, oh. Now her location, take for mine, oh. If you leave a woman, she go off pint, oh. No be lie, oh. We go use it up blind the eyes, oh. Me and my guys, we know they smile, oh. Big dog boys, we know they lie, oh. Big dog boys, we know they fear nobody. And you see why we can't move for body. Only one thing we know they like now, police. One wrong move, you turn to my enemy. So make you no try me. And the thing they hit me like a bongo, bongo. I beg you bring another shy, oh, show. Take your lady to the condo, condo. If we dey hit and she dey sharp more, bell. Oh, yo, ah. We dey wear coat, we dey wear ISO. All of our enemies, them broke tie, oh. No competition, no denial. We not be cheaters, we be lions. Say we dey fly high, man, we never fly low. If we dey move, we no dey fear go slow. No competition, no denial. We not be cheaters, we be lions. Big dog boys, we no dey fear nobody. And you see why we can't move for body. Only one thing we know they like now, police. One wrong move, you turn to my enemy. So make you no try me. And this thing they hit me like a bongo, bongo. I beg you bring another shy, oh, show. Take your lady to the condo, condo. If we dey hit and she dey sharp more, bell. Oh, yo, this thing they hit me like a bongo. I beg you bring another shy, oh, show. Take your lady to the condo, condo. If we dey hit and she dey sharp more, bell. Oh, yo,
Yo, welcome back. That was
We are back.
that was AV Big Thug Boys. All right, so let's go to a very delicate part of the conversation. There are some points that we made earlier that we want to go back to. First, Yana mentioned rape. Then
No consent.
consent. Makifa mentioned
Needful.
nympho, and then Kush crowned it up with the cultural aspect. So let me now.
Before you go on, so NIFO is short for nymphomaniacs.
A woman.
NIFO is short for nymphomaniacs. That's people who have higher sex drive. They're not the average. And when we talk about sex drive, we're not talking about people that just like sex. No, nymphomaniacs are those who is more than higher. It's like beyond higher,
like
where they cannot be. Yeah, it's a disorder. They cannot be satisfied.
Yeah.
So that's not just a normal woman who likes sex.
Yeah,
Please
exactly.
don't go and start calling people nymphomaniacs.
No, hold on. So hold on. No. So that's the conversation.
Yeah,
wait,
so-
calm down. Wait, let's not have that conversation. Now, what if the African thing, the cultural thing to do that I've seen is that when a lady and a sister in the ministry decides to ask a man for sex. Like a sister, Ronia made it. I mean, you are saying ask,
Constantly.
ask for sex.
And you shall be given.
No, what the African man thinks in their head is this woman has a problem. She should not.
Yeah.
Right? Which is what the nymphomaniac story that you said, what you mentioned earlier. I mean, that's how I translate it. Because
Okay. Now, let
why
me,
is it? Now, the question is this: why is it that when an African woman, being who is true to herself, true to her expression, true to asking what her body needs,
okay.
why is it that African men judge her, call her names, slut,
Slushy.
prostitute,
Cheap.
nympho, cheap? I mean, I still like, so why?
KJ. Now, first off, I think I like the fact that there's a gradual decrease in the number of men who think that way.
Are you sure?
Yes, there's a gradual decrease, whether you like it or not. It is slow, but gradually we are seeing that because of the exposure to things outside. Now, I want to clarify what I said. I've been with different girls in
Oh
the past.
shit, different game
Come
experience.
on. But the thing is, I didn't just single her out as being nympho because she asked for sex or she was open with it for me. Now, at first, when we started dating, it looked cool because I wasn't around mostly. It was my service here, so I would travel. Whenever I came back, we'd do it. But I noticed that if I travel and I come back, even if I come back very late in the night, she's already calling me to come to her place. That's not the problem because I already know, okay, we are going to have 1 or 2 rounds. But the problem is, most times when I travel and I come back, say maybe 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and it goes on till the morning, like different rounds, and I started feeling like, okay, if we do it once or twice, I mean, it could be okay because I'm a tired body and all of that. But then she keeps on, prodding me on with, oh, you're a horse, you're this one. And,
Wow.
At first it was like, well, I've seen someone who meets my vibe. But I discovered there was a particular day when I was comfortable with just chilling in that place for 2 days straight. And we did almost nothing else apart from sex all through the day.
What if her libido is just high?
That libido just high?
Oh yeah. I mean, she. Oh no, you guys were apart for months. She didn't have any for a while, and then you came back, or for weeks, or for days.
Now, that's the thing. I also found out that because then I noticed that she was doing different. Now I realized that
she was doing
a lot of different people.
Oh, okay.
Other guys,
yeah,
or other
so
guys
it was actually a statement that she made while I was away that made me start thinking when I went back to her after one of the movements when she said something like, if I'm not with you or if you are there, you can do
what you want,
and I'll do what I want.
Open relationship.
But then when you are here, whenever you are in the city, you're not doing anyone else. You're just coming to me straight. So even if I was home, if I was somewhere else, and I was maybe with my guys, okay, I'm here now. I would have had my phone ringing, and she's already calling. And the only thing that we're going to be doing, we can't even have this conversation.
Makefa, before you mentioned the fact that she has multiple sexual partners, I was going to say that it's actually very possible that she just found our compatibility with you.
Yes.
I mentioned that before.
That doesn't make her a nympho.
Definitely. I mentioned that before when I said I also feel like I found that person who matched my vibe. But when I realized that even if I was not around, there are different people who are just coming in and doing all of
You
that.
did, yeah? How you take no say?
Because
how do you know it's overnight like your own?
Well, there are chats. There are different things that I saw. So it wasn't just a thing.
Party scatter.
So
I think we should move on.
Yeah. So, Kush.
Okay.
Why is it you are the custodian of the culture
you call
tonight?
him what now?
Kush.
Okay, I thought you said coach.
Yeah, me too. I heard it.
Kush. So you're the custodian of the culture tonight. Why is it that your culture people, your village people, they denigrate?
Okay.
Before you speak, Ronnie, I mean, is it true? If a girl is asking for sex, wants sex a lot, is it true that, or what? Is it true that she gets judged?
Especially in this Nigeria. Yes.
So she gets
it's judged. Yes, they'll be like, is this girl normal? They'll be like, I think
girls
need a slot or something. They'll call her names.
Okay.
and they won't want to settle for that person because they be like this
But
person
I think
asking me for sex.
okay.
It is our culture. It is our culture because there are some that they believe they are exposed, but they are not exposed.
I like that angle.
So there are
Custodian.
some people.
They think they are,
Yes,
but
but they're
then
not exposed
They are not
because they
exposed.
believe if you want to marry this one, you'll be asking me. The person I want to marry, I intend marrying, be asking me for sex. Is that one normal?
You know,
As in the
like
culture
imagine
is
marrying that kind of
oh
man.
my god.
you know, it's
The
it's
culture
a wrong.
is
I know
something.
I know the feel for many guys is that if she's asking me like that, maybe at some point you also have to add insecurity for most guys.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yes,
this.
yes, insecurity.
Some of them feel. I think one other thing is aside the insecurity, some of them feel maybe someone else satisfies her better than I do. You know that's
I mean, are you saying this culturally?
because
Culturally,
the
being historically.
African man. Let me use this now. The average African man wants to be superior, super confident
His own,
in his own world.
Yes.
So it feels like that is why you see some people who do not exactly give value, who do not exactly do anything. When they get home to their wives, they are all bossy and they can do and undo. They just demand for it like it's my birthright, just give me anytime I want. So it's that commandeering mentality, that arrogance that gives them that feel. So whenever they feel like she's demanding for it, they're like, okay, this person
But
is
there are
not.
some people for security's sake. There are some people. There are some men that they do travel. They don't like working at home. They like traveling. Maybe they are staying. Their family is staying in Ibadan. They're working in Abuja. They will feel like, hey, this person asking me for sex already. Hey, oh, if I'm not around like
Yeah.
2 months, 3 months. Hope she won't be going to another person asking for that sex, and the person will be
Okay,
giving her.
so
So custodian. I was coming back to you.
I've reached you now.
in fairness, yeah,
Okay.
I feel that
In fairness, who exactly?
to the female folks,
Okay.
I feel that the culture is not fair to the female folks.
Bam.
It's not fair,
Yeah.
and that's like on period. So
Should we not do something about it? That's a real question.
okay, yeah, we should. This is a new dispensation. People, there is a new reawakening, and people should also understand that the females too can express.
Can? Are you allowing them?
Should.
Okay.
No, can and should. You understand? Express how they feel and how they want it. Even the culture is different in different,
Correct.
geopolitical
Yeah.
zones. A Yoruba man, the way they do it in the Yoruba zone might or is even different from the way they do it in the Igbo zone. So most time the elders or the elderly women prepare the young ladies for their husband to satisfy their husband. Nobody prepares the man to satisfy their woman. You understand? So that's what I meant by the culture is not fair at all. And when, like she said, when the girl is requesting or is vocal enough to say, okay, I want sex, you start to, see them in a type of way, which is very wrong. You understand? So I feel that the same way we see, okay, we used to ask who out. When a lady asks you out,
Or proposes.
you feel like, what's going on? But I understand this is
Or am I
Africa.
not man enough?
Or am I? You guess.
This
I understand this is Africa. But as much as we can't do away with our culture, we need to create a balance.
Rev, I think picking from what you just said now, there's some points where we start to talk about how we adjust these things, the mentality, basically. How do we fit out these things in the heads of people? I mean, yeah, a lot of people appreciate the ADM, but shout out to those who like Hanal and all of that. But it's a two-way mode of food penetration. You are talking with the ladies, you are also talking with the guys. You can't leave one party out. It's one of the things when I mentioned when there was a rise in the rape cases that we saw. If you keep making these guys feel left out in the whole, is it rehabilitation process or trying to change everything, then definitely we'll still have it. If you are complaining about all these things and you are not teaching your sons or your brothers about consent or what it should be, then you are doing bad. I mean, for the life of me, you have this. Okay, let's use the religious people now. There's a lot of judges out there. and you feel like maybe George Bush gave birth to so many people. But come on, you look out here, you are seeing a lot of people judging. Ah, this one, she goes to church. Oh God, why is she doing sex like this? Once you hear them, maybe in the other room moaning or anything, and then you also see some people who go around. I won't mention their name because they can come and arrest me some other time. So, in the northern region though, and one of their bosses or chiefs was found at the time, being doing pervasive stuff. Now, why do they keep hiding? You are doing this thing and you are doing worse than the people you are punishing, that you are flogging to death. So why do we not actually approach this from both ends? I mean, you come
Yeah.
over here,
Let me
you come
buttress
over
what you
here.
just said. The idea of okay, the girl child is vulnerable, and everyone is trying to empower
Can
the
we
girl
strengthen them
child and
from when they were
everything.
young?
I feel that if we continue to empower the girl child, ignoring the boy
The
child,
male child.
then there is a major problem.
The insecurities will still keep on coming in.
It's
The
like you are
ego.
buying a nice car for a bad road.
Ah, ah, ah.
I swear, we'll see my car right now.
Sorry, sorry. All right, so
Yeah.
we are doing that thing that Africans also do. We are only the men are talking. So what is the solution, ladies?
Okay.
I like.
Who wants to go first?
Let her go first.
She's go. Yeah, she's go. Yeah, say. Ronia made it. Let's hear you.
Come again.
What's the solution? I mean, we've
No, she told you to come again.
let it slide.
has
Let
to
it
come.
slide one
You just
time.
have to
No, you
come.
don't use
Just let
you don't
it
use-
slide.
You don't use a word like slide.
That's just it. I'm saying, let it just slide once, okay? Ronia made it.
But sliding once might not be enough for her,
Once you slide in once,
Go ahead.
You see why we need you as a co-host. All right, Ronia made it. What's the solution? What's the solution? I mean, all of this. What do you think is the solution?
I think we need to train, especially the female.
Why
I
female
think
again?
especially the male.
Ah,
the
okay.
male.
For fear.
I think we need to tell them. We need to train some people because there are some people they think they are already trained. I'm already grown up. I can do what I like. But they need to be trained. They need to be talked to that this thing is right. If they get access for this, they don't take her for a slot or anything. Like it's a
We need to
normal.
treat like our men, like these two men. Like, Oh yeah.
I'm a boy.
Are you listening?
I'm a
So
boy.
you just need to change.
You people need to change.
need
She's
to
pointing
change.
at you.
I need to change.
Yes, you need to change.
But not told me
Do,
what
do
to
you
change
think
into.
girls too, or the women should also communicate more?
Yes. No. If there is a change, if there is
There's
a
an
change,
acceptance, yeah?
yes. If there is an acceptance from the men,
Okay.
they can if they have in a relationship. If they have a girl that is not talking or the guy is not talking, they can even communicate with her like, why don't you like really talking or what's making you shy? Or,
Quick one. She said in a relationship, but
Yeah.
for real, yeah.
Mhm.
My own relationship, I don't know with other people.
Okay.
If I'm in a relationship with you, I expect you to talk when you want it, like, and I don't see you some
They
type
said
of way.
Sorosuke.
Like we're in a relationship.
Wait.
Because if you are not talking, because me, for example, I'm a very creative person. A month I might want to go
Do you
without
know I
sex.
told you? Do you know I told you I'm a very shy person about sex,
Okay.
Okay.
and if I want it, I don't like speaking. I don't like talking.
Okay. Okay. Because for the sake of other people out there, I think are there other ways you communicate? I mean, I understand that you're shy and all that, but there should be other ways that.
I mean, so let's
Because
not
if
no,
you're
hold on.
consistent with that with your
Yes,
partner,
yes.
I mean, over time your partner will now understand that once she does this, maybe in this sequence, maybe it's you come out in some form of lingerie or maybe you do some things, and I follow that sequence. I know, okay, it's a sex, not something else.
I mean, why don't we just let's put the focus. I mean, I get your point, but why don't we focus on the verbal communication? There, you cannot miss it.
It
The
doesn't
guy
always
need to be
have to be
educated, no,
verbal
that's it.
though. Like I think it comes in different forms.
Like she said,
Verbal can
she's
be-
shy.
Yeah,
talk about it.
so you can be verbal with somebody when they're away. You can also be verbal with them. So like I feel every mode of communication is important because I'm a strong believer in body language and people having the emotional intelligence enough to read body language. Somebody can say I'm okay, and you see their body language, you know they're not okay. So yeah, somebody can say, I want sex, or they can say I don't want sex, and you can like you see. So sometimes it's not just about words, body language. I think some
Those
says,
non-verbal
but
cues.
75% of our communication is non-verbal.
Yes.
So that also plays a cue, like he was talking about. If you notice that she wants sex, she wears a lingerie, or she has certain movements, like it's been working for ages. There are some women that would say I want sex,
brother,
but they will go and
yes,
shower. They will go and shower and take extra long time rubbing their cream, and you would see the way they look. Like you already know. Like you have, like you have to understand your partner. That's why even the Bible says you have to love your wife with understanding. You have to understand that person.
Depth.
Like you have
there's
to
some words that
understand.
she's used. Understand.
Mhm.
Depth. You have to trust.
Relax.
You have to trust in the Lord.
No,
No,
she wants
no,
you
the
to
thing-
relax under the stand.
Hey guys, let me finish.
Oh no.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
But I'm not even here.
Yeah.
I don't
So
have
what
to
I'm
watch you
saying
finish it.
is, you have to understand each partner. You know how that person relates and how that person communicate. So it's not all about verbal. It's about body language as well. It can be through texting. These days, people will just put eggplant. Like you already know what's up, dude. Some people do that, and some people will say something. Some people will use code word, like whatever works. Like I don't think there is there should be a specific rule.
Governing that, yeah.
Do what works for you.
What works for you? Because I might like verbal words. I mean, I know it's crazy, but you would agree with me when you hear, "Babe, I'm wet."
Or some people just
You know-
go. Me, I like to go for it. If I
Just go
want
there,
it,
grab
I
this
just
guy,
go-
like,
no, I'm not talking about like you can go start kissing. You can
Oh,
go
yeah.
top start kissing. That works.
and I also
It
think
always
that
works.
some of our ladies, sorry, sisters, and I know there are some sisters who live in glory under the ministry that's know the. I think a lot of people actually need to understand the erogenous zones of their men and know what turns their men on.
Exactly.
Because some of them would actually they're not cool enough with verbal communication, but they wish that they knew some of these little cues. Like my own babe knows what she can do to get me aroused. So already when she does that, I already know, okay, auntie.
This one's looking for trouble.
And for some bros, they go just carry photo album, come outside. They
You see,
with popcorn.
so that also works. So there's so many things that works.
All right, so right, we are almost at the end of the show. It's been an amazing 1 hour, so quickly. I mean, it's so fast. It feels like a quickie. Yeah. Right about now, we'll go around. We'll have everybody share the final words for tonight's show, and then we'll see you next week. So let's go. Do we go how we let's go from Radio Medi this time?
Okay, I like the intro.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything to say.
Okay, thank you for. I mean, Rodian, I dragged that down. She did not want to come. I had to
She did
drag
not want
her.
to.
She did not want to be a part of the show this night. Are you happy? All right, Kush.
Okay, my final take is we are in this era of information, how do I say it? People are more outspoken these days. So, but then you need to understand the actual communication. You understand? Because some people might, say yes and it might not really mean yes. So understand the depth of the communication before you actually come.
Great.
That was deep.
Very
I
deep.
like that. My own final take. I hope my finishing is as good as she wants. But why are you laughing? It's not like okay. But the thing is, I understand that communication is a two-way thing. No matter your relationship with anyone, be it just friends with benefits, be it as dating partners, you have to really, really both meet each other halfway. So you cannot achieve anything if you can't meet each other halfway. I want something. It even makes it more. It makes it better because I can easily, pick the angles to make you enjoy and get satisfaction. Unlike when I'm starting to, have to work towards key. Already the mind is somehow. So I think let's just work on ourselves, to beat all this thing and have good meat. I'm sorry, a good finale.
Um, my final take here is uh, communication as well. I think in every relationship, they say even friendship, every interaction, human interaction is about communication. We should be bold enough to communicate our wants, our needs, and first of all, we should know ourselves. Like
The boundaries.
I feel knowing that self is the number one thing to a healthy relationship, a healthy sex life. So we should know yourself and be willing to express that knowledge,
Be honest
to
with
your
yourself.
partner. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Finally, I mean, I don't want to have that role of having to wrap up with one depth of wisdom, but to wrap everything up,
Reverend, give us the fire.
the
Zwala
benediction,
Kate.
but to wrap things up, everybody has said it right. The topic of today, who can ask, who should ask for it? Anybody can ask for it on this, as long as your communication channel doesn't leave a doubt, right? Whatever channel you want to use to ask, make sure it doesn't leave a doubt. Be sure that your partner understands your yes, and your partner also understands your no. So that there is no doubt, there's no confusion, there's no pain. I mean, we've had enough of hurt people walking around. So let's do better, and let's open our mouths and have amazing sex lives. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. Thank you, Ronia made it. Thank you, Kush. Thank you, Mark Afa, and to my amazing co-host all the way from Liberia. Thank you so much. My name is KJ Sheggs. They call me the Rev of the After Dark Ministries. You can join the conversation at afterdarkministries.com. You'll be totally anonymous on it. So feel free to have that conversation till we come again next week. Um, keep being awesome and keep being amazing. I'll leave you with my favorite tune right now from Olamide. I'm back to loving Olamide, and it's Rock. Enjoy.